the screen, but we'll get there eventually. Alright, I think the game is finally starting to work. I was up streaming last night at like midnight. Just a random, um, out of the blue stream. Random name, shout out random name was here. We had a nice chat. That stream should be coming back up in maybe a few hours, whenever the YouTube editor gets done with it. Yeah, let's turn down this music a little bit. Alright, alright. I'm into just stuff set up. How you doing, Joshua? Doing alright? Go. Kind of keep that low. Well, you can still kind of hear it, but it's it's not taking over my voice. I myself, I just came back from the gym, did a quick leg day. My legs are a little bit tired, a little bit sore. Chilling. Not that big of a deal at all. That. I at. Not that. Y'all gone? That makes no sense. My HR? Oh, so this is my. Hold up, whenever this loads. This is in a different account. Came back from the gym too. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, so I came back. So this is a different character. It's a challenge that I'm doing. Actually, I want to get. Actually, good thing you mentioned that. Let me actually switch over to my main account, because I need to get the last piece of arch-tempered Raidal armor. I think it's like the legs or whatever. I'll just get that real quick. Then switch over to my other thing. Yeah, it's a video I'm working on. Monster Hunter Wilds. I'm playing it like it's World. So I did that stream maybe a month or two ago, the first one. I've just been busy with like work and like stuff on my second channel. Trying to get that running still. Just taking a long time. Like the video is like an hour long. So it's just been taking up all. Go. I'll up here. Yeah, see, we're kind of getting professional a little bit. We're getting there, kind of. Somewhat. I don't trust I don't, for the most part, unless I'm playing with you guys, I don't really trust randoms either. So thank you. So a lot of times I just play with the NPCs, like Olivia. I think his name is Rosso. And I think Alessa. I think those are names. That's something I like that they brought over from Rise. NPCs. I wish they could use their own different weapons like in that game, but I don't know. Capcom will do what Capcom does. Thing. That. How good I'm at. Here we go. Yeah, buddy. So what's... Oh my goodness. lag is something crazy. Yeah, that's one thing. About sometimes it runs perfectly whenever I either streaming or recording. Other times it just like dies, bro. Can't handle it. My current goal lately, yeah, I might do that at some point. So I still need to get large La Labrina, pretty much large of Dune, Archibald, Gravios, stuff like that. That's kind of gonna be the goal today, alongside hunting Raid Owl, getting that taken care of. I think I'm almost at it. I think I'm almost. Check. I'm missing the head. Arms. I went to the whole wrong tent. Oh, is it gone? There we go. I was kind of worried for a second. But yeah, man, at least when it comes to this game, I feel like it's not as important when it comes to like sets and stuff. Like sometimes it is, but a lot of the times, man, you can just get away with just using one whole set. Is I guess with like weapons and stuff, they added in like their own skills and stuff. So it's not really as important, I feel like, anymore. So you can kind of just do whatever. Which I kind of like and kind of don't like. I mean, they already have like layered armor, right? So you can have any kind of armor set you want. And then your armor, just make it look like something else. But I don't know. With everything being more or less not having that much of a difference when it comes to gameplay, it kind of makes it a little bit not really necessary specialize and stuff. It's the majority of things will be fine. Even with this, whenever I was first initially finding Raid Owl, like by myself, like I saw on like the subreddit and stuff, people were talking about stun and stuff, crazy high. I never really experienced that. I know it's RNG and luck or whatever. It was pretty easy. What's going on, Arachnid? What's going on, my friend? It. Here we go. I mean, probably. I imagine when Mastering comes out, the monsters are going to get pretty ridiculous. I mean, just look at, well, actually by the time Mastering came out, Ghost and stuff was not really that bad. But Mastering monsters were a lot more difficult. Just period, you know, they're obviously going to have to be. But they had whole new move sets and stuff. Hit like a truck. Do I have any flash bombs? Ew. But yeah, I got some videos I'm working on right now. One I was working on yesterday, during my last live stream yesterday, making a video where I'm making my own Monster Hunter game. Not like exactly a game, more of like a concept of it. Oh, random name was on last night. I had to use the YouTube editor. That way, I didn't have like copyrighted music at the beginning. Because that's just what I do with all the beginning of my streams. It's not like I'm getting paid for YouTube. I just kind of do whatever. But yeah, it was kind of just like a spur of the moment midnight stream. I didn't really announce it, and so I'm happy. Literally anybody was on. Yeah, I saw your message last night as well, asking about it. And I personally didn't notice any issues. But Sorry that you were facing some. I like restarted my computer and stuff like that, and kind of just did BIOS check. But everything should be okay now, hopefully. We got 4 people in chat right now. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Again, I have a right here previously. I have chat up now. Pretty cool. I am gonna make it a little bit smaller though. It's quite large, a little bit larger than I think is necessary. Really? Tornado hit Baltimore? I didn't hear about it from like my family or anything. Hope everything was all right, my friend. I was just in Baltimore Thursday. Up north near like thing. We went to like a restaurant for Mother's Day. I never been there before. Yo. What? I've never seen that before. Yeah, before... Yeah, that's one thing I'll kind of spoil what I'm doing. Oh, So I'm going to be doing a video right before Legiacris comes out. Kind of... It's going to be silly. It's not going to be really serious at all. Where I kind of train to fight Legiacris. So, I'm going to be recording some footage of me, like, training at the gym, hitting the sandbags and stuff. Get gains in. Jesus Christ. Doing some training in-game, stuff like that. Hit me, like, very accurately today. Almost like a Rocky style thing, where it's like a montage training thing. And I will also just talk about like my speculation about how Legiacris will be, and I'm even gonna have like a bingo card thing set up as well. So like the night that Legiacris releases, we're gonna play Legiacris bingo, do who wins or not. Stuff like underwater combat, like no underwater combat, same moves as like Ivory Legiacris, shares moves with like Abyssal Legiacris, stuff like that. Your standard like bingo stuff, but kind of just doing a little different. When do you know what day that's supposed to be? I'll be honest with you, I've not really been paying attention to like Monster Hunter news, and I've just been busy. But I'll probably react to that too. And if there's any like bangers of a moment, I'll make it like a short or whatever. Like I did for Legiacris. Kinda just freaked out. Whenever Raidal runs away, I'm gonna make the chat smaller. Okay, sorry. That move always gets me a lot of the times, but I instinctively just kind of brace for impact every single time. Yeah, so far I'm actually doing pretty well. Again, I mean, I'm not fighting it solo. I will though. I think next time I hunt it again, do it solo. So next run, just to try it, just to say that I've done it. But actually, when we're done with this quest, remind me, and we'll actually do some research. Because we'll do some quick googling, kind of do some speculation, see what we can maybe come up with. I think it'd be pretty fun. Hybrids. What? Oh, I mean like mixing together weapons and stuff. Not weapon, mixing over like mechanics and stuff. After Zune. I mean, I would like Ignactor to come back, definitely. Just because we haven't seen it in I personally have not fought Ignactor. I don't I don't think ever. Honest with you, I don't think I've ever fought it. But I know a lot about its lore and stuff. But I would want to fight that monster. Is that and like Ucanlos, I think it's called. I never fought either one of those. Or no, actually, I fought Ucanlos once as a child. I immediately carded because I was very underleveled. Like I think, like it was either 4U. I think it was 4U. Where I fought Ucanlos. They had kid hybrids. Kid hybrid. To be honest with you, I mean, I don't, I don't really understand what that means. Like, so like a Mizuzune and Ignactor have a child. Like, what would happen? I don't think anything. But I mean, imagine it just be like almost similar to Soul Seer Mizuzune, where its bubbles are like fire and stuff. Like, has both water and fire element. Yeah, I'm sorry if I didn't answer the question the maybe the way you wanted. I just don't really understand, if I'm being honest. Old man T-Dawg here. I'm getting old now. Brain doesn't work. Perfect. Yeah, and last night's stream, I went over my plans to have my own like Monster Hunter game where I have like a map, making my own weapons and stuff, monsters, characters, companions, stuff like that. I rolled in, and so I showed off some artwork on my community post the other day. And again, you can check out the video stream last night, and you'll. That's kind of garbage. It's going pretty smooth. A little bit slow. Failure. I think Legiagris and Lava Boy would be Black Dragon. Oh, that's Dire Morales. I believe, right? Dire Morales. I'm pretty sure that's the monster. I fought that once, single time, but I don't remember if I hunted it. I remember seeing the cutscene and fighting it, but I really don't remember if I succeeded or not. Probably not. I wasn't really that good at like the boss monsters, like any difficult, because I was just like a stupid kid. I would like rage quit. So it's more likely that back then it was pretty cool. Like, I would hunt with just random people online stuff, and I'm pretty sure like a majority of the time they were like adults, and I was just like this like 12-year-old. So it was kind of cool seeing like people who were like 30 times better than me, just throwing monsters. So I got carried the majority of HR and stuff, like guild quests. Well, not guild quests, you know what I mean? Multiplayer quests. Come on, boy. I'm not gonna get in the trap. Pretty slippery today. Really not trying to play ball. Oh, hope everything was all right in Baltimore. I'll have to reach out to my family, just make sure they're all right. And I imagine so. They would have told me if something crazy happened. No, never know, just in case. Tomorrow I got a haircut First time in like 3 months. I need it, bro. I need it. It's warm and shit. Uh, like my hair gets very thick. Summer, like a wool almost. Bad combination. So thank you. We're making decent time. We'll probably kill it in another like 5 to 7 minutes maybe. I don't think it'll be too much longer. I mean, we've done pretty consistent. No one, I don't think anyone's fainted yet. What monsters and themes you had in your Monster Hunter? Um, so game is gonna be definitely like a spin-off. Um, but there's no guild like in this concept of a game. I want it to be more grounded with like its design and its combat and stuff like that, not as like fantastical, rise or even wilds. Um, or something attuned to like world, but things are like more grounded. Going on, Viriox 555. I don't think I recognized your name before. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Notice inscription plus 5 affinity 3.2. Oh, I've not done that. I have to add it into the description. Never know. Yeah, I worked a secret deal behind the scenes with Capcom. I was able to plus 5% affinity. That's the highest they'll allow me to go. My dad is John Microsoft. I was able to get that deal locked away. Right. Truth is out. Hopefully this doesn't change our dynamic. But yeah. So the game is gonna be based more off of. Like, I really like the idea of like Hunter being a Wyverian, just because they exist in Monster Hunter Society. They've been around first game. Oh, appreciate you, my friend. Thank you, thank you. Go. So it's gonna be kind of based off of like your hunter, like the community hunter, like the different villages and stuff you go to. Kind of more like something similar to three or two, where you're not really dealing more with like organizations. A lot more. Hey, random name. Welcome back. Welcome back from last night. Yeah, he was here for that. Know all about it. Wild card type areas. Well, I don't know. There's a possibility, but I really like the idea of this being just like one big open. Something similar, a little bit to Wilds. They have these little areas that are connected, but more kind of similar to I said yesterday. Breath of the Wild's map, where it's just one big thing, and on the outskirts of it, mountain ranges. So you can pretty much travel from anywhere on the map, or else like a bird companion thing, kind of like the owl rise to kind of scout the area stuff. Damn, I could have just ran away. But yeah, I like the idea of your hunter just kind of just discover things on their own, or getting with like around them, folklore from villagers and stuff like that. Kind of making the quest actually have more weight behind them. They're not just like text on a screen, right? They actually are genuine requests from like your villager friends, family members, or other villages far away. It feels just more personal. Yeah, I shared some artwork last night. Maybe after we get done with this, I'm gonna do that Legaicus research. I promise. And then maybe I'll show some of the artwork again. Yeah, yeah. Last night's stream should be done editing in a little. Whenever YouTube Studio is done with it. I think you're right about that. If If I pronounce it wrong, please let me know. I'm pretty sure. I mean, if I had to throw my hat somewhere, I think that's what I'm thinking. Like I think they're gonna reserve the Elder Dragons, whatever inevitable that happens. And I think it's really just the toss up there is if they go with Guardian route or just something new, right? Or more likely they would have like maybe some Guardians and like probably the majority of like new ones. If they really do want to stick with the idea of like wilds and producing mostly new monsters, and then the monsters that do return are like pure ones who haven't really been in this series, like I guess in the modern setting, Gypsaros, um, Ulayuku, stuff like that. But I wonder, well, if we're gonna actually add in like subspecies and stuff, variants and things, like maybe it's like another form of a Jarican. Maybe it's like a little bit bigger, a little more aggressive. Maybe it doesn't have fire and explodes. No explosions. Maybe it's like oil based or something. That could be a thing, maybe. Um, or Deshagama. Maybe some kind of different version of Deshagama, where it's like strictly like a snow variant, white fur, maybe a little bit bigger, stay warm, stuff like that. I'm sure they can make it make sense when it comes to like the lore and science behind Hypo. Okay, perfect. It I I don't the intention I have is not to make it sound like I'm having trouble. I just first time I've seen you in the stream. I just want to make sure I pronounce your name. Vipo. I will say Vipo. Is A in the T-Dawg streams. If you're making your way out to see little old me, you can be watching literally anything else. What I can do is try to best experience possible. You know? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Achata Cabra, that's poison. I think I mentioned that in one of my previous videos. I'm pretty sure I did. Like I like turned it blue to make it look like a rainforest frog. I could be completely wrong, but I vaguely remember that. Yeah, so yeah, it's almost dead. Just another minute or two. I kind of like the idea of that, where the monsters have a more extreme version of themselves. But I believe if they were to do that right, it might do something like I think there were variants and generations where a single body part was focused on be like stronger. I remember there being like a Diablos had like one huge horn. I think might have been like something. Can't remember. Oh my goodness. Oh, we're chilling. Thinking the purple one that eats one poison environment trap. One poison environment. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Like the poison bombs. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see. Pretty cool. I just want to have Tetsucabra back. That's what I want. Like I got my main monster that I wanted, Legiacris. Legiacris is my goat. Like I love Legiacris. I'm super hyped for it to come. But also like something like Tetsucabra, Ramboros. I feel like I feel like it's time. You know, it's definitely time. Ramboros might be a little bit more difficult because it's such a big Tetsucabra. You could probably fit it somewhere. With Thunder Dragon adding. Hmm. You know what? I kind of like the idea of that. A Ray Dow that's more maybe the build of like a traditional dragon, like European dragon at least. Something similar to like Fatalis, Elatrion, like that kind of body shape. I like that. I'm pretty sure I already knocked down this pillar before, but not gonna jinx something. That one to complain. I'll tell you that. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. Also appreciate you guys for watching the videos and stuff. I kind of just did something a little bit different last video when it came to talking about the Elder Dragons, where I kind of added in some dialogue and stuff from my little characters that I have. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Um, I don't know. It's just something I like doing. Europe and Venus, like Jorgen, and it kind of goes along with the whole idea of a little T-Dawg guy being an actual like gas station. Oh, like a space gas. Yeah, for sure. I agree, Random. Even something like Celtis Queen. Celtis and Celtis Queen, I feel like I don't know, those two monsters, right? They feel so unique, but also very doable. Where I would not be surprised if they were in DLC, like they're an early on like monster combo in the mastering game. I can see that. I could see that being a thing. That way they're not as weak. They kind of have they can kind of make the show, feel the show at the very beginning, a little combination mechanic. Then afterwards you kind of get stronger monsters, right? But I wouldn't be surprised if they are kind of like one of the frontliners of the new deals. It would make sense in my opinion. What was this? Yeah, I like Elder Dragons too. You guys check the comments on like my that last video. There's like a large number of people genuinely dislike Elder Dragon. And personally, I'll be real with you, I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. Honest. I mean, I could understand it if it was a thing where I could understand it if the argument is that rehashing again, like Yostra, Kushala, I would understand that, right? But to just blatantly hate Elder Dragons as a whole, I feel like I don't know. It's some kind of ignorance in a sense of where are willingly closing your mind to a certain aspect of the series just from the very beginning. Just because maybe they're just different than other traditional monsters. Maybe they're more different, whatever. I just feel like, I don't know. Like, I'm not one to say that someone's opinion is valid, but I feel like it's kind of a short sighted opinion. My opinion. Where it's like, what's really the point, right? Yeah, I was super surprised. There was just like a really large segment of people did not like it. Not in the slightest. I personally don't understand. To be honest with you. There, so pulling up the stuff. We're gonna do some quick research. Our boy Legiacris. Uthduna, right? Duna. So I've never got like a gold crown. So it goes from roughly probably like 2,700, 30, 3,500 maybe. That's like the max range potentially. So if we look at this, the guy Chris, wow, really? 23 to 33? 23 to 33. Like when it comes to size. So I mean, at least according to that, the guy Chris is smaller than Uthduna by like a decent. I mean, the max. Actually, let's look up Uthduna's like maximum. Duna. See if we can get that maximum. 34.26. So actually, it's okay. So it's not like huge, not like that much bigger, right? But in reality, it's like five. It's like 5'11" versus 6 foot. It's like pretty much almost one. So I think Uthuna is larger, not by a huge, which I'm kind of not really surprised by. I remember my one of my speculation videos before the game released. I think I ranged Uthuna at around 2,500, 500, I believe. I think. I could be wrong. I might fact check myself. Kind of do like a video where I kind of see what I got right, what I got wrong. Yeah, I'm surprised though. Oh yeah, fun fact by the way. Pretty sure you guys saw this at some point, but I have a I have a Switch, OLED. I was able to record some gameplay footage, generations and stuff. Second, I had it in one of my previous videos. I think it was the White Vitalis video, I believe. Showed it off. Like kind of showing some behind the scenes, world exclusive. No one else has seen stuff before. You're part of the elusive club. Whatever this one. Yeah, that's something I'm gonna do eventually. Whenever I get money again, I'm pretty broke right now. I'm gonna go down to like micro center sometime. But yeah, bro. Here's our boy. Check him out. Check him out. It's very laggy. I mean, in the replay, it's super laggy, but on my screen, it's pretty smooth. So it might just be like the stream, unfortunately. I apologize. Okay, here's that. But yeah, to like improve like my streams and like my editing potential, I'm gonna get like a second graphics card. Like I get like a terabyte of like SSD or something. Yeah, so I apologize about that, but you get the gist, right? Yeah, we gotta fight like I gotta fight right now again. One more armor piece, then we're good. Alrighty, we're soloing Raid for the first time. 1v1. Yeah, I apologize. It was Lesioth is stupid. Yeah, look, I think actually, you know what? I'm gonna call it now. So wait, hold up. Did they are they automatically in the quest? I didn't want them to be. Hold up. That is not what I wanted. Skip that. I wouldn't be surprised if Plesioth does show up in the DLC. I can see it. Very likely, actually. And I hate to say that because I'm not really a fan of Plesioth either. But check this out, though. I remember seeing that. Okay, yeah. So the Monster Hunter 20th anniversary website, right, are gonna see Plesioth places nowhere, nowhere. Hold up, one more time. Plesioth. Okay, found it. Chat. What what number do you think Plesioth is at when it comes to these are the top 122 monsters series. 100, so 222 monsters and 227 monsters, right? Where do you think Plesioth is at? Out of this entire list, I don't think you can see. Number one, oh man, I can't believe you said that. Number one. Ugh. Nah, I'm playing. I'm playing. I'm playing. But yeah, make space for Guardian Elders. I think it's very likely. I think you're gonna see Guardian version of Deostra, maybe Kushala, probably Camilios. The video I'm working on right now that I'm gonna try to post maybe by like Monday or Tuesday is discussing all the similarities between Rise and Wilds and what we could probably expect in the future based off these um yeah, I'm gonna rip the band-aid off. Our boy Plesioth is at number 91. 91 out of 227. I mean, it's not there's worse and there's better, right? Definitely worse and there's better. Do I think Plesioth should be at 91 above Giganox? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I am mad about that. Giganox, the great monster, been shafted. It needs to come back. But yeah, no one just cares about it. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. Because I'll be real with you, gang. I'll be real. In all my time of being a part of the Monster Hunter community since I was like 12, back in like 2011 or whatever. Wait, no. How old was I? How old am I? Sorry. A long day. Yeah, so maybe like 2000. No, that would have been 2014. So I would have been maybe like 9 or 10. Kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. How long I've been part of this game franchise. At least like playing the games, watching like YouTube videos and stuff like that. Part of the community. I'm old now, old and jaded, but Giganox is a goat. It's been shafted. It needs to come back. It's a crime that it's not in the game. It truly is. Bro, what? Okay, here we go. Figure out how to do that. So I gotta prep up the HP attack and pretty similar fight. Uh, I feel like they're gonna do something different when it comes to the whole guardian thing. When it comes to elders, they do end up doing that. I wouldn't be surprised if not only are they gonna be more powerful, not only are they gonna be able to do some pretty wacky moves. I imagine with like the whole mechanic, they're gonna be quite difficult. At least in terms of like base wilds or whatever, right? I think I have everything. I think I'm gonna switch out my poison for sleep. I have a sleep. Yeah, none of them are upgraded though. Kind of a shame. I'll just kind of go with hoping for some new elders and monsters after Laggy. I don't want to be mad about returners. I think, yeah, I think we're gonna get a fair amount of both returning monsters and ones. I think so far it's been like a ratio of three, like 2 to 1. Where it's like every two new monsters, one returning. I could be wrong, but I think just on top of my head, that's the current, like the current meta, current idea. In my game that I'm working on, like the concept art for it, a lot of it is gonna be based off like Native American stuff, like when it comes to like folklore and things along those lines, and more just of like a indigenous like feel to it. Again, it's not part of the guild, just a hunter who kind of aids villagers around you. There's something going on. Environment is kind of going haywire. So you and a Shakalaka child were kind of sent out to figure that out. So I also want to bring back the Shakalaka because they haven't been back since 3. You, I think that's also ridiculous. Look, bro, I'm just saying, I don't want to have a cat companion every single game. I love Beef. He's my guy. He's been my cat since like generations. But like, can we maybe switch it up just a little? I'm just asking. I'm just saying. Give me something different. I did that for too long. I tried. Arachnid. I cannot believe. You better not actually be a fan of Plesioth, bro. I thought you were chill like that. You can't be loving Plesioth. The worst Piskin Wyvern or Piston Wyvern. The worst one. I'd rather fight that one event quest monster that's like the purple fish man from that one manga and fight Plesioth. Yeah, I showed off a little bit of it yesterday, but I'll have like the first monster that you encounter is like a giant like anteater monster. It's kind of like mixed between like a bear and an anteater. Kind of like think of it the same skeleton as something like gross, but it like carries like its babies on its back and stuff like that. It like knocks over trees and stuff for like sap and bugs and stuff. And it's not necessarily hostile towards you unless you attack it first or in its territory. But I really like the idea of like your hunter being more of not just like someone who just kills. I mean, like in the lore, you're an ecologist, right? You're technically a scientist. Every single one of us is a scientist by definition, but you don't really do any aspect like that. I want to be able to like expand on like the tracks system and stuff like that. Um, being able to like log them in like a book or whatever, log different behaviors you notice about monsters, stuff like that. I think it'll make it kind of unique. And again, it's a spin-off, so it's not gonna be like a mainline thing. But I think it gives it the excuse of kind of being more experimental with stuff. Lately, the last few couple Monster Hunter games, at least the mainline ones. Uh oh. Oh, that was that was close. They have certain things that they'll experiment with, but truthfully, bro, this might be controversial. The new Monster Hunter games are pretty safe. Like they're pretty safe. Like they don't really they're kind of too scared a little bit to do what they used to with every single entry being like a completely different experience. Sure, Wilds thematically a lot different than World, but when it comes to like actually like changing like major key mechanics and stuff, besides the advent of the Sacreds, which was added in Rise, for the focus mode, it's it Wilds in theory could be like a DLC for like an expansion. It really could. Oh no, I didn't like that at all. I didn't like that at all. So like every single game used to have new weapons in it. Used to have new like types of like monsters when it comes to like new skeleton types stuff. They introduced stuff like vertical combat, underwater combat, stuff like that. But they're just kind of like more safe now. Oh my god, bro! I could not escape that. Like a turkey monster. Yeah, so I have like an anteater monster. I want there to be like another crocodile monster. That's maybe like a land version of a Legiacris. Not like a ivory Legiacris, like an actual Legiacris. But you know, there are both crocodiles and alligators. And I think we really only have one representative in that class of family of monster. So I think maybe something that's more alligator. So I think Legiacris is a crocodile, thundercroc. Something that's like an alligator that's more based off land. Maybe like in like a swamp environment. There's like a big old crocodile, but has something like elemental. Or has like maybe has like a gimmick similar to like Trios. I don't like that. I, that's just so close every single time. One more time. Sorry, I'm locked in right now. I mean, it should have less health, right? A thing that still applies in this game where you don't have anyone else you're hunting with, as the monsters have less health. Pretty sure that's still a thing. Usually, I wouldn't really care, but since this is kind of timed, I am thinking about it a little bit more than usual. Yeah, I agree. And the thing is, random name, like whenever like in my video, like I've had people disagree with me that like Monster Hunter Wilds is not like a 6.5 out of 10, more of like an 8. And I can see where people come from that, but I'm still sticking with my guns personally when it comes to it because of things like that. Where objectively, it's a good game, right? It's a decent game, Monster Hunter game. It's good in some aspects and pretty bad in other aspects, at least when it comes to being a Monster Hunter game. But that is certainly one thing that I was thinking about, like whenever I was making that initial review, that it's not like not really willing to be experimental enough, really safe. Um, like I mean, not like I, Ray Dow for example was really cool, right? But it's not like a new skeleton. All it is technically is an electric Rathalos that has different moves. That's really what it is. It's just an electrical Rathalos. And while it's cool, maybe it would have been cool to maybe like what Ipo was saying that potentially they actually, I'll put this down. It could have been something more like a Kieran potentially, or like I don't know, maybe use skeletons that aren't really being utilized as much. We really only have like one horse-like monster in the series, not counting like the other variants like Kieran. Like it's cool, Great Owl is cool, but you could have done something different. Like two of the four apexes didn't have to be Leviathan. I mean, yeah, didn't have to be Leviathan class. Like another one could have been something else. Could have been maybe some kind of brute wyvern. They could have used like some other kind of skeleton potentially. But I don't know. I could just be completely off the mark. That like I said this in my stream last night. I've had this thought for a while now. My friend Nate, who sometimes in, we've kind of had the same thought. But honestly, I feel like Monster Hunter, maybe one or two mainline games away, being almost not disregarded, but almost kind of given the same treatment as like an Assassin's Creed game, where people are kind of both bitter with it and also liking it as well. For kind of thinking more with like trends and stuff like that, kind of losing the identity of this like the series along the way, and potentially like kind of focusing more on like I don't think they'll pull an Ubisoft when it comes to like monetization stuff. Like at least there have been no signs yet for like paywall stuff. Like besides like DLCs, and those are different because it's like an entirely different experience. Um, but I I think there will be at some point where the fan base kind of splits up and what they like and what they don't like. Kind of like with Rise. When Rise first came out, it was pretty divisive on launch. It really was. For a lot of people who were like really kind of in one camp or another. And I think that's gonna happen again, but a little bit more extreme when it comes to a mainline game. As they keep improving the things that don't necessarily need improving, and while neglecting other things that have been essential to the series since the very beginning. And like I don't know, I can feel it happening. Hopefully I'm wrong. Like in this scenario, and this is my favorite franchise. Hopefully I'm completely wrong in this aspect. I get I don't know. I'm just completely wrong on this. I get made fun of or whatever because it's so outlandish, right? but just kind of noticing the trend from like my first ever game for you versus how it is now, it's slowly happening, and I think it's just gonna get more extreme. Time it will. Hold up, Arachnid, I'll read your fish comment in 1 second. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Random name. All right, what's your fish comment? Turkey monster, T-Dawg, Native American dances are mostly prairie chickens. People who don't appreciate the greatness. Hey, I already called you out for that Plesioth comment. That slander. Plesioth propaganda. I'm not with it. Sorry. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm in trouble. Oh, oh god. Oh no, no. I'm okay. You have no idea how much my teeth are clenched. Getting a little bit dicey. I gotta get out of here. This is getting bad. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. If I can get, come on, give me that tail. See that wound on its tail? I do. I do. Come on, can I get it? There we go. I was getting one-sided for a second. Yeah, I still don't think I'm gonna hit below 20 minutes. That's unfortunate. But at least, hey, I haven't carded once. I'm alright with that. Like I do much better against this monster than like Tempered Mizuzune. Tempered Mizuzune kicks my butt every single time. It really does. No monster embarrasses me on a regular basis like Tempered Mizuzune. True facts. All right, come on. Where? How much more health does it have? Die already, bro. Please. Uh, oh, fuck. God. I knew that was gonna happen. Here we go. Oh, I'm barely missing it by my teeth, bro. Jeez Louise. Goodness. Alright, checking comments. That was a plate. You hear that? Oh, bolt gem. I'm performing ethical science. Yep, yep, yep. Personally think focus mode is a mistake without DLC combat. I agree. Thinking about Image Frankenstein, but every mechanic borrowed is either watered down. Exactly. I agree. So without DLC levels of see, am I in trouble? Okay, no. Actually, let me teleport here for a second. I'm gonna get another pitfall trap, just because I am by myself, and if I don't kind of slow him down, I will be in trouble. I might even just switch it out for. Yeah, that's fine. No big deal. Boom, boom. Uh, we might have a little bit of fun. Udin, or we'll try to like learn like a Chadakabra or something. That's one of the first ever shorts I posted on my channel during the beta. Chadakabra ran over to Raid Owl thinking that he was something tough and got humbled very quickly. And my friend and I, we were just busting our guts over that. The funniest thing. Not even a saying, busting our guts. Sound like an old man, bro. Well, I don't like that. Not one bit. We'll see how this goes. Raid out is a little bit quicker, and I am using a much slower weapon. So I might end up regretting this. But if I play my cards right, if I'm not too greedy, and if I exploit stuff like that, yeah, what? And we're chilling. Him with this three-piece combo, and I hit him with one. Never mind. It. I was way too confident on that. Oh, I hate that. I hate that move still, man. I hate that move. Next time he does that though, he's gonna be sorry. I just hope by the time Legiacris does come by, they end up implementing the optimization fixes. Again, the fact that this game only runs at 40 frames a second for me, and while at like medium settings and stuff like that, medium to low, it's just insane to me, bro. It really is. I've been getting back into Cyberpunk, for example. Cyberpunk, I can run that game at 90 frames a second, 4K, no DLSS required. Like, it is perfect. 4K, like it smooth as silk. Like it's just butter. But for I don't know, bro. I guess the game is bigger when it comes to like just like environment size, but with how dense a game is like Cyberpunk, how detailed things are, like I feel like they should probably be the same when it comes to like performance. In my opinion, I could just be coping. That's very likely. I want to play this game at 60 frames a second at some point. Like Cyberpunk is so detailed. Like you can see people's like individual like freckles and stuff, and like the bumps in their skin, and like you can see like veins and stuff. But I can't even play this game without Rathian looking like when it comes to, like its for textures. I don't know. Admittedly, I'm not unbiased on that. I am very biased on that. I am. I admit it. I feel like it's kind of ridiculous. But to be fair, every Monster Hunter game that's been on PC has had that beginning. Remember the same thing with World, same thing with Rise. Us PC gamers, bro, they neglect us. They give us crumbs and they expect us to be happy with that. And I guess I am. I want some bread. I want some of that 80.70 billion dollars that was made this year into the budget for people. Just a little bit. I'll get to the chat in 1 second. I don't mean to be ignoring you guys. I'm trying to lock in. This guy just won't die. I feel like I've hurt him quite a bit. Like I broke his tail, I broke his horn. He should, I don't know, I feel like he should be somewhat close to dying. Nothing. No skull. Here we go. That's what I was trying to do. Ow! Ow! Get off! That was almost a very preventable death. That was very close. Yeah, still nothing. Man. Alright, looking at the chat now. Actually, make him stop. I really. Nail Slug and Nubrak monster. Cyberpunk was pretty bad at release back in 2020. It was pretty bad. But like 2025 Cyberpunk is like crazy. It is crazy. It is my favorite RPG. At least like RPG like a shooter game at least. Like I bought the game when it first came out on Xbox back in 2020, and let me tell you, it is definitely not the game that it is today. Finally, it's weak. Actually, no, I killed the first one. Might actually capture this one just because this is taking a long while. I'm not trying to bore you guys to death. Please. No, you can't be captured. Okay, never mind. It. I'm mistaken, I guess. I don't remember that being a thing, but maybe that happens with challenge quests. I don't know. That's honestly kind of weird though. KBM supremacy. I don't know what that means. I apologize. Focus on making actual impact on game, optimizing the game. Yeah, I agree. They should have optimized the game. Like I saw there was something about like the whatever, like slows down performance as well. I was seeing that at some point. Yeah, that's so weird. I mean, I don't know. I just figured you'd be able to capture him as well. You know, I think very rarely, in at least in this game, so he like they like force you to do a certain thing. I'm just surprised by that. It's not like I mind it, but I just was not expecting that at all. Hopefully, not too much longer though. Fuck, come on, bro, bro. That's that's what I was talking about. That's what I was talking about. I guess like I maybe could have Superman dived, but I think just because I was already on the ground, I don't really think it was possible. It could have been though. I might not have just been fast enough. Boom. Yeah, again, I appreciate you guys for watching like the stream so far. You guys have been great. I feel like every stream I do, I'm getting. Come on, get out of your attack. Here we go. I feel like I'm getting better and better at like engaging with the audience, um, implementing new features and stuff like that. Slowly but surely, I'm trying to improve the quality of my streams and like my content as a whole. Like if you look back at like my old videos versus ones I post now, I like to think they're a lot more high quality. At least when it comes to like editing and stuff. My mic has always been an issue, but I don't really get the bread to replace it like that. Be real with you, Chief. Maybe at some point. Right out lightning, they're frightening. They're pricey. They make you they're dicey. I feel like I don't even know, bro. I'm just gonna say yesn't, just in case. That way I can cover my bases. Wait a second. Does C, like the control C, I guess the command, it makes you put on your cloak automatically? No? That's weird though, because I didn't hit E on it. I don't think so. I could be completely wrong, but I don't remember doing that. There we go, finally. Yeah, so that definitely wasn't faster than 20 minutes. Not at all. Nah, I think this was my. I mean, I'm down to play with my viewers, 100%. I'm always down to play with the peeps. But I think this is my last piece of gear I need. I think you just get armor, right? Like you don't need weapons. I don't think there's any. Yeah, 28. Not as bad as I thought it was though. I thought I was at like. I mean, I guess it was at 30 minutes. So pretty bad. Like, is there weapons as well for Arch Tempered Radau? I don't think so. Just on top of my head, I can't recall. We'll check. Check though, just in case. I don't want to talk out of my butt. All right, final piece of gear. Thank you, Goat Gemma. Goat. Mouse Hunter for you represent. Yeah, is that if you do you faster than 20 minutes? I mean, I'm down for that. You want to help out? Hey, I'm not gonna say no to anybody joining. I'm always down for that. Yeah, update on my weapon collection. So I'm at, I believe, so I need one, the one, two, and then one more line of weapon for switch axe. Be completely with that. Great sword. I think I need a few more. Never mind. I need all of them more. Long sword. I think I'm a little bit better. So I got some of them. Charge blades. I think I'm decent on. Never mind. Okay, scratch that. The only one I have that's almost completed is axe. Ignore me. I'm just lying. I didn't realize I was that behind on my other. I thought I was pretty caught up. Like, see, yeah, I mean that looks like it's caught up, but never mind. I guess a better thing to say is that I have majority of the actual weapons. I just don't have them maxed out yet. That's how I can save face on them. Yeah, the weapon designs in this game are really good. At first, I was kind of bummed out about the Lala Marina weapon set, like the dual blades, I think it was at first. Maybe I could be wrong. One of them, or was it the sword and shield? One of them looks like the regular set that's just black and white. Blade? Yeah, yeah, this, right? This great sword, literally just this, but just a different color. Which I was like, come on, you can't even add like a little feather or something at the end, maybe? I don't know, something. There's no like a awakened design either, something. It's just black. That sounds really bad out of context. Yeah, it was really weird, you know? Like it's the only weapon that's like that. I don't think there's any other weapon that's like that. Ooh shit, did I have 4 million bucks for a minute? 4 million beans? It, please, I had bread like that. I think this is the richest game I'm richest in. Wait, is that? Yeah, 3 million. Okay, making sure. Just making sure. Okay, I work at a gas station. I'm not the best at numbers. Gotta give me some slack. Sell like hunted. I just want to get back to 4 mil. That way I can say I'm a 4 millionaire. Feel good about myself temporarily. This fake currency. Hmm. While I'm selling all my valuables, are there any theories right now? I caught lacking. Got caught lacking. I mean my money supply? Oh yeah, my not being able to do math. Yeah. Look, bro. I've been told before it's a good thing that I'm somewhat handsome. Not super handsome. I don't wanna glaze myself too hard. I'm not ugly, but that's a good thing. I'm not the smartest cookie sometimes. Sometimes I do that, but right now, at least until the DLC comes out, or at least like the Gaiacrist armor comes out, I have like the strongest sets of armor. So like I don't really need them right now. I have the Saccharitide, I have the entire set of Zoshia, Raidao, Zuzune. Um, I don't have these ones because they're just kind of mid. Almost the entire set Gormagala. I just can't break the head. Like, I can't break its horn. Almost never happens. Anytime I fight it, it dies before the horn. Hey, appreciate the way. And I focused on the artisan weapons, like the artisan weapon. It's supposed to be like artisan, but it's like weird. Artian, Artian. So so these are all maxed out too, but I'm trying to not use those much. $27,000. Bro, my guy is poor as hell. Never mind. I mean, I don't have that much money right now. I mean, I would love. Do you guys have any theories, or have you seen any theories going on right now? Sometimes I'll like go on the Reddit, the subreddit and stuff, see like something kind of interesting, but nothing really to really like write home about or make a video. Like there was like the white fatalis theory. I like to think I don't think I completely debunked it, but I think it was just kind of given way too much credence. At least off bat, you know. If it turns out tomorrow that it's accurate, you know, I'll eat poop on that. I'll eat shit on. But just like I don't know, it was kind of being paraded around as like canon, despite there being no evidence. And I was like, I have to. Probably important to make it. A look that word up. Damn, bro, 34 for that? Is Louise. Sometimes I forget how expensive weapons are. Give me some barely anything. Hmm, 1,000? You know what? Screw it. I don't really use Arc Veil gems. We're fine. Arc Veil isn't that hard of a monster. I can kill. I barely hunt. Put a gear on it anyway. We're chilling. The Gaiacris, I feel like it's definitely gonna have a tempered version for sure. I think it's pretty safe to say from now on we're gonna get a tempered version of every monster that releases, at least until the DLC returns. That way they can keep like spiking up the difficulty and stuff like that, giving us more of a challenge with stuff. Still, maybe like a year, or maybe like since it's been what 3 months since the game released, so about 6, 7 more months till the DLC drops. Well, I think when it comes to things like Piscine wyverns and like leviathans, if amphibians are a little bit of a different thing because we've only had how many amphibians have we had? Had Tetucabra, Catacabra, and I think that's it. So like I don't think we're gonna have like a super powerful amphibian monster just about yet. Just like a super powered frog. I don't think that's I don't think we're gonna get that as simple. But I imagine they're just so low on the totem pole where a lot of monsters are just like, what's really the point of hunting this frog monster? Sure, it's small, but like, there's not really a point in hunting it. It's not like causing any troubles like that. Like Chodic, especially Chodicabra, it's just a little guy, just doing its thing in the world. It doesn't mean any harm to anybody. Tetsucabra is kind of a menace. It likes to throw around, even when it's extremely outclassed. So I think that's a problem on his part for that. But when it comes to like leviathans and stuff, like Piscine wyverns, I'm thinking on top of my head think of 3U, like Lagiacrus and Plesioth, right? Would it really be worth Lagiacrus going all that, going using all that trouble, to kill a Plesioth, having it like wiggle around and stuff like that, and like just be annoying? I imagine it's not worth the hassle. They probably just coexist because it's like maybe if there's like a bad season, like the Lagiacrus is super hungry, maybe it will try to kill it. But unless it's like tempted to, I don't really think he'll just see it as just worth it. No point. Yeah. So when it comes to a lot of the leaks, I personally don't discuss these. Like I personally don't discuss the leaks on my channel, just because like I'm not trying to like criticize you or whatever. I'm just letting you know personally what I do. Um, just because I feel like it's really easy to make theory videos about things that are already in the files. Like there was this whole thing with like r slash like Moss Hunter leaks, right? Where like every single week, like on my channel, people were like posting leaks or whatever. I had to do like a whole. I had to make sure that like it was just mitigated stuff. But it also became a thing for people like a lot of like the bigger Moss Hunter YouTubers were blatantly just stealing things from Moss Hunter and presenting them as their own ideas and things. And it's just that's just dishonest. That's just shitty in my opinion. Um, and so that's why I especially made sure around that time, every single theory video I made, I always have the script in there that has all my research and evidence in it. That way, no one can ever accuse me of stealing things from like Moss Hunter leaks, looking at the game files, stuff like that. And even that wasn't always like completely guaranteed. There was this one commenter a few months ago, like every video I made, just, like this person was just accusing me of like stealing, of like looking into the game and like just lying to people. So I'm like, all right, bro, you're just kind of cringe. But I haven't seen him in a while. I think they finally realized that not worth it. Um, Natural selection doesn't make us die. It just yeah. I'm what I was just saying with that is that like Kadakabra and Tetsukabra typically aren't that big of when it comes to larger monsters. At least when it comes to like their temperament things. So they're just gonna be chilling. Like they're just gonna be living. They're not gonna have any fear of being extinct because there really is no reason to. And there were other smaller monsters as things like Kelby and stuff like that that would probably suffice. There's a lot more of those numbers as well. So it'd just be easier just to kill a Kelpie or two. Have a whole battle with a larger tempered deviant based monsters like Soulseer. Probably. Well, here let's look. Second. So we had with Lagiacrus, we're doing some Lagiacrus research. What we do, we're the only Moss Hunter active live Lagiacrus theory speculation. See, oh yeah, never mind, bro. I thought that was Moss Hunter leaks, bro. I was gonna be like, I told you. That's how it was though. Like you look something up on Monster Hunter, like before the game came out, and like the first thing you see is Monster Hunter leaks, bro. Fringe. What is LandCon? I've never heard of that. What does that mean? Oh, what? Uh, hold up. Red horns. Okay. Hmm. Great ground fissure. Form geysers? Oh, bro. Fill out with his ad blocker. Oh. 2015. I didn't know this Lagiacrus existed. That is so cool. I don't imagine it's canon. I feel like it's more. It's almost like a frontier monster. That's still extremely cool. Bro, my computer is lagging. I apologize. That's why I gotta upgrade my computer at some point. Um, so we with when it comes to Abyssal, what I remember fighting it, it's solely underwater. Like it does not come up on the land. It. I think it's a lot older than the typical Lagiacrus. I'm pretty certain. Yeah, it's larger, bigger than some Elder Dragons, black, bioluminescent, pretty cool. Mm, Longer, more prominent than other species. Oh, it's always fully charged. Yep. Much like the blast. So I think when it comes to the tempered version of like a Lagiacrus, or like whatever the other species, it's probably gonna have features that are similar to Ivory Lagiacrus and Abyssal Lagiacrus, where it's gonna have larger lightning attacks. Probably is gonna have like the chain lightning attack that I believe Abyssal water, but probably just on land. Um, and then probably more. It's probably gonna have an ability as well, but as it does its physical attacks, it's like crocodile rolls and stuff. It's gonna probably produce electricity as most likely. Then probably just like faster as well, or if not faster, the damage is a lot more extreme. Like potentially, we're gonna get back in the territory of like being one shot, which I wouldn't be surprised at all. Mm, the Yeah, so I would expect that the subspecies, not subspecies, tempered version of Lagiacrus is going to end up having a lot of ivory moves, with potentially moves from Abyssal being refitted into land attack. Or, I'm just saying, if they ever do add underwater combat again, even if it is limited, we might see some Abyssal moves. Again, it depends on if Capcom wants to be cool or not. I'm just saying. But yeah, it was bad, bro. Like a lot of channels had like leaks and stuff, and or people were cross posting from Monster Hunter leaks into Monster Hunter, like the subreddit and stuff. Like I remember when like the Paragill pants came out. See if actually we can find that Paragill pants. They kind of look like Icarus pants a little bit. If you like squint, but like immediately people were like cross posting, being like, "Hey guys, the Icarus is in the game. And here's the evidence. So cool, aren't I? So cool." It's like, no, bro, you're just a cornball. Yeah, so I mean, it kind of looks like Lagiacrus pants a little bit, but it's like, come on, very lame, very lame. Cloud chasers be like your ex. I don't even know how to comment on that. Monster Hunter. Oh man, how do I pronounce that? Murphistophelin. Murphistophelin? That. Murphistophelin. What is that? I feel like I just like casted a spell when I said that. Hold up. What is this thing? Murphys Murphystephalin? Oh, online. That makes sense. You know, actually, I think I saw this thing before. I never played Monster Hunter Online, so I never actually got to fight it. But I think I saw on like one of the trailers for Monster Hunter Online. Whenever this thing decides to load. Wow. It almost looks like a black dragon. A little bit. You know what I mean? Is it a black dragon? I feel like it's a black dragon. Similar to Fatalis. Rather unusual. But not a black dragon. Elemental variant. Okay. Very droopy head, but I like that. I like that kind of core in the middle of its chest, whatever that is. Dragon core. Baron dragon. Yeah, if it's a disaster dragon, then it's definitely a black dragon. Watch, watch. Black dragon. I can spell. Black dragon. Maybe. Might just have to look it up on it. Here we go. Dangerous class. Dangerous first class monsters. Black dragons. And I bet this guy is in it. Murphystepheles. Yeah. Whatever. However you pronounce that. Stephalephin. Or Stephalephin Babeffin. Elemental Stephalephin Babeffin. So slow. Again, I apologize. So interesting. That is so interesting. I don't know. Sorry if I don't give like really detailed commentary on that. It's just so I'm interested in what that is. This will best subspecies for Lagiacrus. Um, yeah. I don't remember hunting it very often. I think I maybe twice, maybe as a kid. The last time I hunted it, I was before even like I was in high school. That was ages and ages. I feel like Ivory gets like guys shit. Or Mephistopheles, Bephalin, messed up my speech, bro. I can't speak after that. I feel like Lagiacrus gets size from its length and Tuna gets its mass. 100%, 100%, 100%. You're on the money with that. Because Usduna is just a big ass. It's just big as hell. See that like attacks more often. Yep. They should do instead would be and they would fight the guy like a flying wyvern. Oh my god, that is such a cool idea. That is so cool. Guess what? Capcom, they hate money. They hate our money, so apparently they just won't do that. They hate us. Cause okay, hear me out. Hear me out. Okay, so I'm gonna diverge again. If I open up Photoshop, it's gonna like destroy my computer because Rise is running, Wilds is running, and OBS at the same time. Hear me out. Check this out. Right. Okay. You're gonna make fun of me, and I accept this. This is gonna be really bad, right? What if? So, let's say underwater combat was back, right? Still exists. My God, this is so laggy. But you have a little space, right? Where maybe you wear like a diving suit or something, or some kind of diving suit, right? That way, your little hunter guy can be at the bottom of the ocean. Hunter guy. Oh, great sword. Oh yeah. Check that out. Oh yeah. Little oxygen tank. Oh yeah, buddy. Maybe a little chain as well. Kind of keep you grounded or something. Then you have you draw Legiacris. Uh oh no, this is gonna be bad. Legiacris being like, raw. I'm here to beat your ass or something. I don't know. And it has the blue. It's gonna have the blue all over itself. But it's like super dark because you're at the bottom of the ocean. So that's how you see it because it's so dark out. Yeah. Can't you guys tell I'm a professional artist? can't, can't you tell? He's here to beat your ass, bro. Here to show you that 1-2 combo. There we go. Official T-Dawg merch coming up. You'll see. You'll see. Signing very human. You can tell I'm a professional artist now. Oh man. Got again. Feel like the guy. Yep. I can see that. Yeah. So I agree with you, Lipo. I think we're on the same page with that. Only for that theory to get snubbed like 12 hours later. Yep. Apparently, there's a cut zone in the forest that is open. That's what I'm imagining. In my very controversial Legiacris video, um, I mentioned that at some point as well, where I'm pretty certain there are certain areas in the Scarlet Forest Legiacris will show up. Yeah, the reason I say it's controversial is like, let's say like so the majority of my videos, whenever it comes to at least when it comes to like the like ratio and stuff and like engagement and stuff. Wow, that she did not load it for a second. Like most of my videos get like 99% likes, 97% likes, which is pretty standard. Like, oh, did my mic cut off? I apologize. What I was saying is that with my Legiacris video, typically my videos get like a 97% like ratio, 99. Like it's pretty like universally liked stuff, and that's usually how that goes for most YouTubers, unless you're like unless you get into like controversy and stuff, right? You get canceled or whatever. You make like a dumbass like exposed video, something. But like my Legiacris video got like a 79% like ratio. Like people really did not like my Legiacris video. Same thing with like my Wilds review video. People really did not like those at all. Like it got like 80 something percent as well. But guess what? I'm sticking to my guns. I'm not changing my opinions. Well, that sounds really bad when I say it like that. But what I mean by that I ain't no donkey. I'll have to watch back and see exactly what I said. I apologize. Um yeah, but I had the idea that the guy could have showed up at one of these spots, like one of these waterfalls, perchance. Some of these areas over here, which are just kind of barren stuff, kind of just have like rocks. You could eat like maybe somewhere over here, essentially. You just kind of put a hole in the trees somewhere. You're there. Maybe somewhere over here. then probably in an area like around here. Like probably over here, like an area 13. Like look at that. You see what I mean? Like Alma says something about it. There's all this free space over here. There's nothing over here. Right? Like this would be the area, I imagine. It is somewhere over here. It is probably here. And like there's even this whole part as well where like if you run up here with your sacred, you can like see the water down below and stuff, and like Ustuna will sometimes swim through. And I imagine Capcom they won't waste this area as well when it comes to Gaiacris. So the Gaiacris will probably be over here as well at some point in the fight, and also up there at the top as well. But no, what I was saying about that earlier is that like I don't know, if I get kickback on something, like I'm not really gonna back down on it because it's my genuine opinion. You know, I'm not someone who just changes their opinion just because if like people don't like it, ever, right? Like it's not like I say anything with like malice or anything, or like I'm just blatantly trying to lie to people, whatever. So, and it's not like I'm trying to promote anything. Like I'm not trying to like push a certain narrative or right. I'm just kind of giving my opinion on things. A lot of times, like provide evidence behind it and stuff. That's why in some of my older videos as well, if you see people like argue with me about things, I'll be like, hey, can you like show me evidence? Can you show me this? Show me that kind of thing? Blah 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 blah. Because I'm not trying to get into a fight with people. Genuinely, if I get something wrong, let me know. Now I'll correct myself. And when I kind of say that out loud, it makes it kind of sound like I have an inflated self of like ego or whatever. But I just want my videos to be my favorite kind of Monster Hunter videos. What's up? What's up, Zaire? What's going on, my friend? Um, I want my videos to be the most accurate in terms of information, uh, objective facts, knowledge, and stuff about the game, but also with like my kind of like my mix of humor. Like at least from my experience, like there's not really that many Monster Hunter people have um like really like an outstanding personality. Like you have your Oceans, which I like. Oceans is the goat, awesome person, um, great YouTuber. But it's not like he has like super like outstanding personality with his videos. He doesn't try to like convey himself as like some kind of character. Really, the only people who do that, at least what I remember, um, is like what's their rage gaming videos, right? Josh Cotton Hollow, I think his name is the third guy. Like they kind of have a personality, but I'm trying to be like better than them. Not in terms of like I see myself better than them, but at least when it comes to like I feel like they've been doing this for so long now, where it's like they post a lot of the same videos over and over and over again. That's not really as like refreshing as it used to be back when I was a kid. So I'm kind of trying to maybe step in there a little bit, kind of do my own little thing. Yeah, sorry, that was just a bunch of yapping. That really was. It was just a bunch of garbage. But I think you get what I mean though. I'm trying to. T-Dawg is more than just like a Monster Hunter YouTuber. It's just kind of a thing where I just kind of express my personality, talk about things that I like, and kind of just hang out with you guys. Without you guys, I'm just some weird guy who just talks into a microphone to himself. That's the reality behind it. You know what? You could call it beef with Rage. It's like maybe one day I'll make a video about it, but I feel like that will kind of fan kind of go into the territory of like drama. But it's just like when I was a kid, I would watch them play like pro versus noob or whatever. I think that was the series where it was kind of cool seeing like it was a whole new fresh idea, right? No one else on YouTube did this before back in the day of like pro versus noob, kind of introducing this new character and also alongside a new audience with these new monsters and these new mechanics and stuff. Very genuine. It was very innovative and creative at the time. But as time has gone on, like Cotton, he's no longer a newbie. Very experienced with the game franchise. Um, and because of that, that was like their main series, right? But ever since then, now they kind of have to go into more niche things, builds and stuff, and builds and theories and things, and speculation and stuff. But a lot of the time, like they'll post like 2 or 3 videos a day, right? Like they are a content farm, and so it kind of hurts me, not actually like physically, but it kind of hurts to see for me as someone who used to be such a big fan for them, see that like their videos are almost kind of like Watch Mojo esque now, where it's not really the best quality content anymore. It's more of just like you could tell like a lot of its stuff is just maintain a business, and also to um keep up with like the algorithm and stuff, right? My videos don't really do that well anymore performance wise as opposed to like February and stuff because I mean either they're topics that YouTube just doesn't really want to promote that much that people really aren't interested in interested in as much. But it's also like I have a life, I have a job and stuff like that. So I can't post like every other day. But then these are also like art projects for me as well. I don't know. I want every single video that I do to be better and better and better and better. That's why like you see like in some of the shots I'm like in the game as T-Dawg, like little character guy, with like a custom lighting system that I made myself and stuff like that. Like I had these like little animations or whatever, or people talking and stuff alongside me, because that's what I want my niche to be. I'm like have like my own little thing, but yeah, hopefully that kind of describes like what like my unspoken beef is, whatever. It's not like I'm genuinely like angry at them, like I want them to fail and succeed. It just kind of feels like kind of sucks to see them kind of kind of going more corporate and stuff just to kind of keep a job, which I get. You know, if I was in their position, I would do the exact same thing to a point, but it's just like you can tell it's not maybe as genuine as it used to. Like, check this out, right? 2 hours ago, 5 hours ago, 9 hours ago, one day ago, one day ago, one day ago, 2 days ago, 2 days ago, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, 3 days ago, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, 4 days ago. It's just so much, so much, so much, bro. So many videos, so many, and it's also again like look at this, right? Pro and noob versus Monster Hunter Wilds, right? 5-star tempered gameplay. I don't mean to burst the bubble, right? But Cotton, he's not a noob anymore. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. These guys, they're no longer noobs. I promise you. And so it's more of just like keeping up with a brand at this point, right? Like I remember watching this video, like what your weapon says about you. Um, fighting not Shara. Was it Shara Ishvalda? I think yeah, Shara Ishvalda for the first time and stuff like that. And like Cotton was like genuinely like a new game. But now you can just tell it's just like they're just trying to catch it, trying to get a check. Kind of sucks. Like again, I wish the best for them. I wish eventually they can kind of just retire and do their own thing. But it seems like they're kind of just going on now, just for like a, not really for the love of the game anymore. Sorry if that sounds cringe. I'm taking that YouTube mindset too seriously, but hopefully they kind of kind of understand my mindset on stuff about that. Yeah, Oceans, he's a great. Like his videos are just very entertaining. They like they're not over the top. Like, hey, what's up, guys? Oceans here. Today we're talking about a Monster Hunter news. There's like some kind of like the Vine boom effect or whatever, right? But it's just very informative. It was like every single video is like a documentary, and I respect them a lot. Um, yeah, like honestly, if there were any Monster Hunter YouTubers that I could work with at some point, like do a collab video with, it'd be Oceans. Um, hmm. Actually, I don't know. Oceans. I'm nowhere near good enough for Team Darkside. Those guys would smoke me out of the water like it's nothing. Fly 2. Fly 2 is a goat. Peak Gengi or Peak Ginge. Maybe Rathlow's watch. Like I think Rathlow's watch is like a little bit bigger than me. At like 5K subs. But he makes pretty decent videos as well. He hasn't posted in a while though. I hope he's doing okay. It's been an entire month since he's. Hope my boy's doing alright. Oh, hold up. Wrong thing. I got so many different themes and stuff that I have just like experimental stuff. What was I doing? I was just chatting, talking, guessing. So I maxed out. Oh yeah. So I guess if anybody wants to play as well, I'm more. I'm squinting right now. An old man. Now. Yeah, so that's like my player code. MH Meatman. MH Meat. Never heard of him before. T-Dawg, T-Dawg Rage Gaming like my ex. You know what? One of these days, Arachnid, we have to learn about like the X lore. We have to figure out what the story is behind that. MH Meat. 5K 5K subscribers. That's Matt. Oh my. Random name. Is this why you wanted me to? This is why you wanted me to look, huh? Asher Pass. I know what you guys are up to. I know what you guys want from me. You're not getting it. I know what you want from me. You're not getting it, okay? Not happening. Yeah. Yeah. You're not getting that from me. I caught you guys. 163K. Oh my god. Oh my god. 150. Woo. Oh boy. These some crazy numbers. Oh my goodness. Wow. Bro, like this might kind of sound sad. But even if like one of my videos hits like 100K views, bro, one of these days, that would be like my magnum opus when it comes to like these 17K videos are like, for me they're really good. But if anything hits like 100K, oh my goodness. That's like that's like a dream. You know what? I'll add that to my watch later. I'll watch that. Sorry, bro. I just find that super fun. What is crazy cattle? Sunbrowen! What is up, homie? W Sunbrowen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you guys don't know who that is, Sunbrowen is the absolute legend. Created the first ever fan art for the T-Dawg channel. Very first ever. So I'm gonna kind of show a little bit of behind the scenes when it comes to like my channel stuff, right? So like every single like shout out, like or every single like first of something happens, I always make sure to save it. It's gonna sound cheesy because it's very important to me. The first ever shout out I got back in November of 2024 with like my first ever video. I saved that comment so I can always remember it. And first ever fan art, the goat Sunbrowen. I'll always save that. You know, you made that for me. You know, I it's a feeling that I can't describe. I just appreciate it so much. So I'm always gonna keep this stuff. Those are like my personal trips, right? No, like I don't care about no 100K YouTube plaque, no 50K YouTube, no million subs, whatever. These little small things that I have, I don't know. This is why I do it, bro. I have like a top 10 like recurring list of people show up. There's Hunter, there's Sunbrowen, there is Random Name, there's Arachnid, um, there's my friend Nate who shows up. Like I have a whole Google Doc of like the top 10 like T-Dawg people. Just because like look, out of anybody you guys could watch the entirety of the world, you choose me, this weird little guy with like a little beanie and I hang out with aliens and stuff. Like you hang out with the guy who does this stuff. Why you guys are the goats. Well, I'll always preach it to the high heavens, which I appreciate. The top 10 T-Dogs. That's why when I hit like 1,000 subs eventually, like I want to do like a whole like art contest, a whole like celebration to kind of give back to you guys, kind of thing. don't think I've done these ones. Is it worth anything? Really? Not really. I think I've done almost all. Let me pull up the the squad information in case you guys ever want to join or like want to join the squad or whatever. Here you go. Oh, she's in the hub now. Zaire, how can I forget it, bro? Zaire, you're on that list too. You're on that list too. I apologize. That's bad on my part. You want to unsubscribe from that? I get it. I would too. Yeah. Honestly, no, you are on it though. But anytime I notice anybody new, I always make sure to let you know. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. You're a champ. Um, what's her name? What's her face? Where is she? This chick. What's good? Felicia? Felicia? What's good, Felicia? Go. Here's the squad. Named via Arachnid. Here's that information here. So actually I think I'll start putting that in the descriptions of my videos and stuff. Eventually, I'll just have that in there. Whatever. Grow up T Squad. But yeah, we have 7 concurrent viewers right now. Hey. Hey. Look, bro. Look. Look. Me and Felicia don't talk about what we do, right? You see my guy? T-Dawg, I've been around the block, right? I've been doing this for a long time now. I'm quite well known as a hunter. Say, all right. Been doing this since 13, baby. Just because I'm not an A-lister or a B-lister or a C-lister doesn't mean I'm not valid. I may be a. Actually, I'm not gonna say that part. That's gonna sound bad. Gonna sound bad. What letter lister I am? But it's after C, okay? T-Dawg, not trying to be annoying, but your chat on the streaming on your video games side keeps blocking out my pop up on you. Rating like Nick Jr. What? What? What am I reading? What? Like what? Talking about game. I'm reading right now. I'm a frisky joke boy. Sentence I was not expecting, my friend. I'm not really sure why it's not showing up though. Yeah, I have all my stuff going through Stream Elements. Maybe that's why. Yeah, Stream Elements. I use that for all like my pop-ups and stuff. Like you can see it here. Example. So wrong. Yeah, see. So chat meet chat. Wait, this is my current chat. No, this is old. But you get what I mean. Your you're picking up what I'm putting. Oh yeah, yeah. See, here we go. Here we go. See, that's that. Censoring you like China. That's not me, bro. I'm all about freedom of speech. Relatively speaking, of course. Don't be saying crazy stuff. My name is T-Dawg, not CCP. Well, actually pretty fun. That was kind of lame. It was both cool and lame at the same time. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me invite you in this jaunt. Invite the link party. Oh, I gotta friend you first. Hold up. That Want me to friend you? 210. Damn. What up, Felicia? Me add the homie to the friend list. No? Lame. No way at all. Yeah, that's just annoying. Alright. Whatevs. Not that. You make this so difficult. Oh, here we go. Bet. Big brain. Now we got it. Big brain activity. And with that, boom. What we do here? You join in, I hit you with that follow button. That's what did I do? I didn't mean it like that, but like more like, hey yo, what's going on kind of thing. You know what I meant. You know what I meant. Again, I appreciate you guys for watching. I think after this raid out, like if we get like an A or whatever, I think I'm gonna head off after that. I've been doing this since like what, 7 o'clock, almost 10. I gotta be up a little bit early tomorrow. Yeah, again, like video like probably out Monday or Tuesday at the latest. No, bro. Look, you're right, random name. You're right, bro. We gotta discuss it. It's a problem. It's an issue. I'm just saying, it is. There are certain priorities on certain things, not priorities on things that are more important. I feel you. I'm with you 100%. I get it. I feel the exact same way. I agree. I want what do I want? I want I want to just do whatever, whatever. We're fine. None of it. Ooh, Rise. Funny you say that. I was playing that before stream today. Playing that before stream. Yeah, I 100% agree. Random name, but I will say when it comes to certain things with the Monster Hunter community as a whole, it's I don't think it's a majority of people. I think it's just a very loud minority that that originally were the majority, but as their fan base has grown, they've kind of been, I guess, just like outdone in terms of just like size and stuff and like representation. But there is a good amount of people that still kind of have the mindset that Monster Hunter is still like an obscure franchise. It's small, it's obscure. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm not gonna leave you on your own. I don't have a camp that's that close anymore. Um, but I feel like there's a big subsection, or maybe not big, small but loud section of the fan base that still think that Monster Hunter is a small franchise, and so they give it maybe a little bit more credit than it actually maybe deserves when it comes to things. Or because it feels like back in the day, you know, the criticisms of the games when it comes to certain topics and stuff weren't as maybe as acceptable because it was a smaller studio at the time. The like the teams and stuff that made Monster Hunter originally, like Monster Hunter 1 to like through like 4 even. Because there were maybe like I think it was like 2 dozen developers if you in that at the time. Same for like World and stuff. They really like amped it up. I'm just gonna attack him. All right. Yeah. But yeah, so it felt like it was smaller, and so it was easy. It was more acceptable for stuff to be um for like certain quality things to be let go. That way, the ambitions and stuff were bigger things. You can kind of see the spirit of the franchise a lot more. But since like World and stuff, the teams they're no longer split. They're bigger than ever. Um, and they have more of a budget now than they ever had before. And so I think it's perfectly fine and should be acceptable for us to be able to complain about things with Monster Hunter, be able to criticize them and stuff. But every time that does happen now, you're gonna see those people who defend Monster Hunter to the death, like like a cult like fan base isn't bad, right? A lot of people are passionate towards one thing, and that's a really cool thing. But now it's kind of almost like a thing where it's like you can't criticize my multi-million-dollar franchise now. It's like, um, mm. If this was maybe 2015, I would agree. 2016, maybe I would agree. 2017, maybe I would agree. Even as far as like 2018, or we knew like how big World was gonna get, how it was gonna change the franchise. But not anymore. Not in 2025. I think it's more than fair now for it to be open game again, open season against criticizing this game, and like the newer decisions with the franchise and stuff. Because it would be just kind of like dishonest if they didn't. You know? But anytime you see like any kind of video or criticism of Monster Hunter, like they get vilified because they're going against like the narrative to a certain extent. And I hate like talking about stuff like that because you can kind of go down like pipeline of like thinking everything is like one-sided and biased and like gotta be like the the outlier and be super cool or whatever. That's just cringe. But to some degree, that is a thing, at least when it comes to this. I don't have any more bombs. I think I just like attack them or whatever. I'm all out of stuff. But I could be completely wrong. Let me know. I don't know. I could be smoking. But that's kind of what I'm feeling. And like I feel like the soul of the franchise is kind of slowly dying a little bit. It's still there, but is it the same as it was a while ago? Eh, no, not really. Not really. Like I want to make a video eventually. Oh shit! I thought he was gonna dive bomb me for a second. I thought like I was gonna see the light flash before my eyes. Um. Ooh. Here we go. That hurt. 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 Locked in for a second. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like the franchise is it's still Monster Hunter, but it's not Monster Hunter. You know, it's less about like personality of monsters and stuff and learning about the environment and treating these things like actual animals. Now they're just more gimmicky, which I get, I understand, but it's also like this isn't like same game, like the same ideal of the game as like back when I was younger. Stuff. Like do you guys remember with like 3 and stuff the apology videos? Oh my gosh. Hold up. I got you, buddy. I got you. I got you. Oh, never mind. You're good. You're good. I was gonna use a learning pod on myself. Um, like videos of like Korapeko, um, like Baroth, stuff like that. Great Jaggy. It was almost like a Animal Planet kind of thing. You get to see how these things live, kind of treated more as something like that. Now it's just like, guess what? You're in this new land, and now you have these monsters that shoot lightning rail guns. Deal with it. And it's like, well, are we gonna like kind of explain how this stuff works now, or are we just kind of like completely like foregoing that? Because with like every single ability, like every single like even Elder Dragons, right? They would describe in detail and have like diagrams of like how their anatomies work, how their abilities work, how they did this, this, and that, and it was super cool. Now that was like the charm of the original. Oh fuck, that was oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. That was the charm, your original thing, right? But that's kind of lost now, dang. It really is. That might be another video I do at some. Right, I kind of look at like old Monster Hunter like videos, like advertisements and stuff. Cause they used to go all out with it. They had like Vikings and stuff talk about Monster Hunter. I remember seeing it on like the shop on like my Nintendo 3DS back. Um, yeah, just like some like Viking guy talking about like, oh yeah, Monster Hunter, gotta hunt it, yeah. All my ancestors were doing it as well. And I don't know what he was talking about. I still don't. 10 odd years later, it was really charming, really cool. But now it's just like the same like corporate advertisements you see for everything. But yeah, sorry. I don't mean to make this whole thing like a rant. I apologize. I'll stop the yeah. I know I said I was gonna get off after this, but now that I'm on that topic, I really wanna watch that video. I really wanna see some of it. Just so you, I don't know. Maybe I'm misremembering something. Okay, so I'm not misremembering that. The Viking ad was a thing. And then I think it was also on the eShop as well. It was like IGN videos, like they would post on like the eShop, and like they would talk about like Zinogre and stuff, and be like, oh yeah, Zinogre, he uses moves from like wrestling and stuff like that, and that's why he's my favorite monster. And it felt more like YouTube at the time, a little bit. It was like very personal. How did I not get hit? That's such a cool thing. Now I don't know, just kind of corporate. Oh shit, kind of corporatized. Nicely done. Yeah, we'll check that out. What? Yeah, you thought what? Not what I wanted. Oh, this might be it. We might get it. Oh shit, bro. Hold up. We get this Vipo. It's gonna be a legendary thing you've done. Come in for the first stream, I believe. Make a presence. Help me get a pendant. Some goat stuff. Or maybe not. Like me hitting that move. You're not leaving, buddy. You're not leaving. Arkveld can absorb dragon element monsters. Can it? Genuinely, I don't know. I mean, like, I'm not like questioning you or anything. I just never really thought about that. Is are there like can it absorb like Odogaron's stuff? Odogaron's ability, whatever its dragon element. I don't know of any other dragon element monsters in Wilds so far, right? Besides like Zoshia, Arkveld. Is there any and like Odogaron? Is there anything else? Am I missing something? Nicely done. W Vipo. W Vipo. Yeah, we'll check that out, and then I'll head off for the night. I have to get up at 6. Ugh, that's gonna suck. And I still have to still like wash my clothes and stuff. Oh, bro, bro, we got it off by 50 seconds. It's fine. That's fine. I appreciate it as is. Show you screenshots. Um, again, it was extremely good. Roughly double my time. It was insane. Let me move this over here. Uh, talk to talk here, guys. In the meantime, talk to Yerp and Venus. Jorgen and Venus. B solo, bro. I thought you said an A. How do you get an A solo? You guys are nuts. You guys are way better than I am. Alrighty. Alright, check this out. So, I'm a cook. I I don't understand what I just read, but yeah. So there's a few ways you can reach out to me. I have a Twitter, I have an Instagram, I have a Blue Sky. Um, like I have a Discord, but it's more like a personal one, so I don't really like ever like give it out typically. Yeah, you can get any send it to me on any of these. Um, they're my official accounts. Whenever I remember to post on them, I do. I can remember. Check this out though, bro. November 15th, 26, 24 subs. 24 subs. Super proud of that. February, 401. See that's my favorite stuff. That's my favorite stuff. Yeah, my friend, just send it to any of the stuff. Then yeah, I'll look at it. I saw these the other day. Like these fan made. I think these are fan made ones. Yeah, this is a fan made post. Weird, hairy. What is that? It's some kind of bug. I don't know. Something. Kind of great Velociraptor monster. This thing is little jaw. Pretty cool. But yeah, let's find that video. Talking about. Um. It's she. There's that. Right. That is. Check that out. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about right here. This was 15 years ago.
Oh, everybody, stop what you're doing! It's That's the king of the jungle? More like the princess of the pussycats. I mean, look at them. I am a lion, and I've got killer instincts. You're about as killer as a wee baby hamster. Now, if you really want to see an impressive creature, then look no further. These massive monsters are quite deadly, but you don't need to be the king of the beast to take them down. The only thing you need to become a true monster hunter is a thirst for excitement, a desire for action, and a firm grip on your weed. In life, there are hunters, and then there's monster hunters.
Yeah.
Are you gonna finish that? No.
that obvious green screen.
Are you gonna finish?
Yeah, bro, you hear that? Hear that, guys? Got to hold on to your ways.
But you don't need to be the king of the beast to take him down. The only thing you need to become a true monster hunter is a thirst for excitement, a desire for action, and a firm grip on your weed.
Yeah, a firm grip on your way. Don't forget that, bro. You want to be a monster hunter like that guy? Have a firm grip on your way. Remember that. No, not this. For you, IGN. The Noger, I think. If I'm thinking about this right. It was back. It was like Nintendo Video, I think it was called. No. It was like a commentary. Hold on to your way. Or grasp. The Noger commentary? I felt like it was an IGN video at the time. It was an ogre. I forgot you had a crazy take like that. Who's an ogre? An ogre is the goat. You need to put some respect on his name.
I don't know anything.
What's this?
Because I have Awakening. So yeah, that's kind of the reason. Oh, jeez.
I think it might have been.
Oh, well, I'm getting my butt kicked.
It might not have been.
Go ahead and pop a Mega Potion.
I don't think so.
I
really want this guy brought into Monster Hunter World. My friend, only you knew. Alright, we'll look it up. Monster Hunter Prehistoric Planet. Planet style. Alright. First time live reaction about this.
There are many ways to describe life on this planet.
Okay, I see what you're talking about. Even Attenborough thing.
Some creatures could be called magnificent. Or monstrous.
Oh no, bro. Watch out. Watch out, Arachnid. Watch out, bro. You have your worst enemy here is an ogre. Might want to hold on to something just in case. I want to make sure you're good. I want to make sure you're chill.
Perhaps misunderstood.
Nope.
Only a few creatures who
Okay,
roam
Puke.
this earth could be called all three. Explore the coastlines where giants roam.
Yeah. Nami, yo.
The deserts where danger rules.
That's something I gotta fight again. I think one of these days, whenever I stream like Wild, World again, Genuinely, I need to fight Namiel. Stream.
Join us for a story you've never heard, on a scale you've never witnessed.
That's pretty cool. I like that a lot. This is a very well done trailer. And being someone who like edits videos and stuff, like, I hate to sound like I'm like a know-it-all or whatever, right? As someone who's been editing videos now for 6 months, the amount of videos this guy had to download, it's crazy. Maybe at least like 50 to maybe 100 megabytes worth of like video storage and stuff. Then to render it as well. Woo! Maybe that in and of itself is like 50 megabytes. If you only have maybe like a 500 megabyte like a flash drive, like a hard drive or something, like a C drive, that can be a decent chunk, just right there. I'm just saying. Hey, my friend, you send that to me though? I don't believe I don't think I got that. Double check. I'm not like doxing anybody. I don't have any mess. Hold up. One last thing. Then I'll finally head off for realsies. I promise you. Some like cross my heart, hope to die. Something finger in my eye. I'm not doing all that. Stick a needle in my eye. I'm gonna show you something. Whenever I talk about Monster Hunter World running so much better in Wilds, despite looking better, or at least for my computer, is insane. Let me show you real quick. Let me show you real quick, chat. So, this game looks so much better. So much better. Look at this. Look at this. Compared to like my Wilds footage gameplay, with how like low quality and choppy it is. Look at this. I mean, it's lagging in the play view, but it just looks so much better. I can see everything. Everything is so crisp and clear. I don't want to fight any of these guys. I just want to show off. Where's Rathian at? Yeah, look. Rathian looks so much better in... Rathian's textures are like really muddy and like they look almost like they're kind of smeared a little bit. Maybe some kind of like pastel kind of thing. But like in World, she just looks super crisp. I don't get it. It's like the only monster where she like that genuinely looks like they kind of have downgraded the quality. Like, this is so pretty. This is so pretty. How do I... Here we go. Here we go. Here's our sacred. First ever sacred. What do you guys think? Upgrade or downgrade? It's not too different, being honest. Where's the camera at? Close enough. Like, she looks... You can see almost every scale on her. She looks fine. When it comes to quality-wise. Hold up, pause, hold up. Hold up. I realized just now that was a crazy sentence, okay? You know what I meant. I hope. I'm in trouble. Now that I said that. She actually looks like an actual, like, dragon with scales and stuff. Look at that. Look at that. And guess what? Guess what? I don't think I'm gonna kill her. I might. She's like low rank. She's like high rank or low rank or whatever. Only gonna take a second. But guess what? You can break her head. I know. I know. You can break her head? What is that? That's absurd. Breaking a Arathlos Arathian head? That never happens. Because for some reason, like, you can't break their head in wilds. I don't get it. Maybe it's like... I know in the past, it's been described that the New World Wraths and the Old World Wraths are two different, like, variants of the same monster. They have, like... They're, like, kind of different when it comes to, like, their skeletal structure and stuff. But, like, what's the deal with, like, not being able to break their heads or anything? And also, like, Rathalos, its tail, I mean, its claws, like, they don't even, like, do poison damage anymore. So, like, I just wonder if they're gonna explain it like that, where it's like, hey, these aren't the same monster anymore. They're like a different version of them, something. What I hope. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I keep on holding down my my back mouse button. I'm expecting to use focus mode. Ah, oh, come on, bro. Really? Really? Bastard. Alrighty, guys. I'll see you in a little bit. Alright, we're back. I don't know. Just like, why do they have to just like, why do they have to get rid of stuff too? Like, they don't have to. The point, I would argue, the point of sequels for games are to improve upon things and add in more features that they couldn't in the previous title. You know, by removing things to add in other things, I would argue kind of defeats the point of a sequel to an extent, because instead of like improving just one for one, band for band, like, hey, do you want this feature or do you want this feature? And it's like, that kind of sucks. And yeah, that was it. Rest in peace, Queen Rathian. And a noble sacrifice for this. Noble sacrifice. Rest in peace. Elbows. I know I only carved it twice, but I didn't want to get set to sleep. I never did the whole like treasure thing in World. I don't know. It just wasn't really. I don't know. I was just never really interested in doing it. But yeah, man. Sometimes, like, secret for what I do sometimes with like my videos stuff. I'll just go in the camera mode. I'll just turn off the I'll just turn off the HUD or whatever, and I'll just record stuff, and then I'll have just my guy talking over, like yeah, and then we'll do this and that, and switching over to this and that, and blah 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 blah. But yeah, I think that's really it for that though, gang. To be honest with you, did everything I wanted to do. I ended up not getting that pendant, but maybe like tomorrow or another time I'll hop back in, maybe try it again. Maybe I might try to do the plunge and try it online. But yeah, that's really it for all that. Turning this off. I've talked like nonstop for like over a day and a half now. Because like work, like I was hanging out with some buddies. I streamed for a few hours yesterday as well. Then I had like another meeting as well afterwards. So I've talked for like hours out of like the last 24 hours. My throat is hurting. Tired. Here I am. We're gonna go. Buddy? Where'd he go? Like genuinely, I don't know what happened to him. Move. But yeah, guys, it's been a pleasure. I appreciate you stopping by. Great stream as always. We've had 35 viewers so this stream. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Then yeah, next couple days, I have a video coming out. But guys, I appreciate you. Oh, you're all goats as always. Appreciate every single one. I'm gonna play some music to let us go. You enjoy the rest of your night, okay? I don't care about no YouTube. Ooh. 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 Deal. Okay. Wait. Hold up. One last thing. Gotta add something. I gotta add something. Turn it off. Music banger. You know how to make this really pop. Have a good night.